Okay, good evening everyone. All right, so welcome to another episode of our Soki Night presentation. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to use and care for your advanced ERE. So right off the bat, we have a advanced ERE over here. You can come closer so they can see better. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is to show you what are included. Okay, when you receive your advanced ERE. So of course, when you receive it, and then there's a compartment over here, and this is a storage compartment. So just make sure they can see this. Okay, so all the accessories and everything, are included in this compartment. Okay, so the first thing you see is of course the adapter. Okay, you can back up a little bit. Yeah, adapter, right? AC adapter, and you have this. The belt lap, the lap belt, okay, and a remote control, of course, and then of course, some electrical pads, and then some electrical cables too. Okay, so I'm going to show you what they look like individually. This is basically this is what the lap belt looks like. Okay, and I'll show you how to use this too. Give me a second, and then of course. You're gonna see a remote control, right? The first thing when you receive it, the remote control, all you need to, there's a plastic film. Okay, so it's shipped with a plastic film inserted in this battery compartment. So you need to just pull out the plastic film so the battery can start working. Okay, and also you will receive 3 sets of the electrode pads, and also this plastic storage. We call it the electrode pad storage board, plastic one. Okay, so this is how you do it. After using it, you can just stick your electrode pads back here on each side, right? And you can kind of just wrap the cables around, okay, softly, okay. Excuse me, a little bit, and then you can just kind of this is how you put it away, okay. So things like that. Okay, so this is very useful. Also, of course, you will receive the cables. These cables here. Okay, a cable like this, right? And there's also a intensity fine dial. Okay. Okay, you can adjust the intensity from here too. Okay, so this is something that you need to learn how to use, and later today I'll show you how to adjust this later. Okay, to maximize the use. Okay, so yeah, you will receive all these things when you first receive your advanced ERE, and they're all here inside the component. Okay, the compartment. Okay, very easy. So let me first thing to show you is the lap belt. Okay, now the lap belt is very easy because sometimes when you're using the ERE, you can't really, let's put it this way, yeah, so you can see better. Okay, I have another one over here. So when you're using it, you want to make sure that, of course, you got to take off your shoes, right, and your socks too, right? But when you're using the ERE, you want to make sure that there is a 90-degree angle over here. Okay, so you don't want to do this. This is too far away. Okay, or you can bring this a little closer to make sure that there's a 90-degree thing here. Okay, I'm doing a demo here, but you got to remember to take off your shoes and socks when you're using the advanced ERE. You want to have a direct skin contact with these foot pads here. So the lap belt is basically to help you stabilize. You can adjust the length. Of course, this is too short. You can adjust the length. This is to help you get the maximum benefit of the ERE, and just like this together. Okay, it's just like that. So this is basically what this belt is for. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what all these things are included when you first receive your advanced ERE. All right, and of course, there inside the box there's a user's manual as well. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to program the advanced ERE. Okay, to some people it's a little confusing, but it doesn't have to be. It's actually very simple and straightforward. Okay, so just plug in your the AC adapter, and then you press on the this is the main power. Okay, the main power is switch. Okay. Now, after that, you're gonna hear a beep, and then after the beep, it's doing a self check. So the beep sound actually is telling you, okay, the unit is ready for use. Okay. So after that, you can start your programming. So what you do is pay attention to these here. Make sure they can see it. Okay. From left to right, you have function, mode, intensity, time. Okay. So what you want to do is you program from left to right. The first thing is to set the function. Now, when you do the function, you're gonna see this. It's got 3 functions to choose from. Foot means these foot pads. You're gonna be using these foot pads only. And then the next thing is pads. It simply means electro pads. So in this case, it means that you're gonna be using electro pads only. And then move on to the next one. It says foot F plus P. Simply means foot, your feet plus pads. Okay, because this the ERE allows you to use the foot pads and the electro pads together at the same time. Okay, so if you're going to be using the foot pads and the electro pads at the same time, you make sure that the F plus P is chosen. Okay, it's very simple. So for the purpose of my demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on foot. Okay, and then the next thing you do is you choose the mode. There are actually 4 different modes, okay? So starting from pound, okay? And then the next thing is relaxation, relax. And then the massage mode and the auto mode, okay? Now auto mode simply means that it's gonna cycle through the pound, relax, and massage mode, all these 3 modes, okay? So it's just gonna do that, cycling thing. So yeah, make sure this is set. And the next thing you do is skip the intensity, okay, for now. Go ahead and select time first. Set the time. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30, 45, 60, or you can come back down, okay? Let's say, let's put it on 15 right now. And then the next thing you do is you go ahead and set the intensity. All right, so I recommend that you set the intensity to the very last green bar. You see now, if this is the first yellow bar, so come back on. If you pass over here, just come back down a little bit. So you should set it the very last green bar as a reference point, or if you like, you can just set it on the first yellow bar as a reference point. So you can you can feel kind of how strong it is. If it's too strong for you or not strong enough for you. If it's too strong for you, of course you decrease the intensity by pressing this left arrow here. If it's too weak for you, of course you want to increase the intensity. Okay, it's like that. So very simple. Let me give a recap here. Set the function first, okay, and then the mode, and after that you skip the intensity, you go directly to timer. Okay, set the timer, set the time, and then you come back to the middle, and then you adjust the intensity. Okay, this is usually how we do it. Okay, so of course, when you're doing this, if you during the use, you can increase the time or decrease the time. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, for example, I want, this is already 14 minutes. I want to go ahead and increase it to 30. You can do that no problem without having to readjust the intensity. Okay, however, if you change mode during use, for example, you all of a sudden, if you choose the function, you change the function during use, it's gonna cancel the whole thing. Okay, it means that you have to start all over again. Okay, you have to reprogram again. Okay, so basically that's how it works. Okay, so just remember that you need to change the you need to reset the everything, the time and the intensity, if you change the function. Okay, so that's basically how you program this thing. And of course, for every ERE we ship, it all comes with a simple quick start sheet, and I recommend that you you should read that sheet before using the advanced ERE. Okay, it's got some quick start tips for you. All right, so Another thing I want to talk about is the electro cables you can take in. Yeah. So you notice that there is a fine tune here, right? There's a fine tune dial here. This is for intensity, right? So because this one is not going to change this thing does not change the overall intensity at all. Okay, meaning that when you're using the foot pads and the electro pads together, you cannot control the overall intensity from here. Okay, this is only for the electro pads. Okay, so pay attention to that. Okay, so it's not going to increase or decrease any intensity coming out from for the foot pads at all. Okay, so that's another thing to pay attention to, right? And then of course we all know that you can use this thing for your feet, right? But then again, if you want to use it for your hand, you can do it too. Okay, so just put it this way, like this, and then you put your hands like this. Okay, you can also use it for your palm, for your hands, which is pretty convenient actually. Just kind of switch it around, turn it around, and then just put your hands on this thing. This is how you use it for your to massage your palm or your fingers. Okay, I like it. I usually when I'm at home, I do this a lot. Okay, so yeah, so you can use it for both your feet and your hands, and of course the electro pads, you can just put them on any part of pretty much your back or to relax your muscles, right? And so this is it's ideal for both feet and hands. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is some tips of using this advanced ERE. Okay, now oftentimes we actually receive a lot of phone calls asking us some questions regarding the intensity. Some people say that, oh, okay, I'm not feeling anything, right? I receive it, everything turns on, but I'm just not feeling any intensity at all and any electrical impulses at all. Well, the first thing you want to check is, of course, the setting of the intensity. Make sure that you program it. Make sure that you set the intensity. Very important. Okay, so don't skip that. That's number one reason why some people just don't get any electrical impulses. And now the second thing is, this happens all the time. Okay, it's because your skin is too dry. Okay, so when your skin is dry, it tends not to be able to feel anything. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is get a piece of wet towel or a paper towel or something like that, just wet, right? And you wipe it. You wipe your feet with the wet towel before use. Okay, so wipe your feet with the wet towel, and then you put your feet on this foot pads. I guarantee you start to feel something. Okay, so that's how you do it. If you check the settings and everything, still nothing, dry skin, that is the number one thing, the number one usual suspect. Okay, so that's definitely something you need to be aware of. All right, and then another thing is that regarding cleaning. Okay, how do you clean this thing, right? Of course, if it's for your home use, meaning that you're not using this for business, it's strictly just for your home use. You're using it, for your families, right? For your families and yourself only. You can just clean this with some clean water, okay? And of course, with a wet towel, right? You just kind of clean it, right? And then once in a while, maybe like once or twice a week, you want to use something like you can go to the market and buy disinfecting spray. Okay, these works very good. So yeah, once in a while, like once a week or something like that, you can just kind of spray it a little bit. But when you spray, make sure you spray it on these foot pads only. Okay, try not to get to the electronic parts. Okay, so basically just spray in the middle, and then just wipe it with a towel. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, once or twice a week, if you're using it at home and only for your families only, right? That should be sufficient. And then another thing is that we usually don't recommend, because a lot of people would use this thing, and then when they use it, they will cover a wet paper towel on top of, on top of this, on the surface of the foot pads, even cover the entire part like this. Okay, wet paper towel covering the entire surface of the advanced ERE. We do not recommend that. Okay, why? Because the moisture, the water, will go through. You see the button here? It's gonna go through. It's gonna sip through the these cracks over here, and eventually damage the PC board. I have seen this happen very, very often. A lot of machine where you see back here, when we open the ERE, it's all wet inside, and the PC board were all moldy and those kind of things, and short circuit. So we don't recommend that. So don't put a wet towel or a wet paper towel on this on the advanced ERE when you use it. It's really not necessary. Okay, that's really not necessary. I understand that some people want to use it that way. I understand that that's when they're doing like a demonstration, when they have guests, right? Or they're using it for business. They for a sanitary purpose, right? So they always like to put something on top of this machine, for sanitary purpose, because a lot of people are going to be trying and using this machine, and I understand that. But for your regular use at home, you really don't need to. Okay, just do what I say. Just if you can't really feel anything, just go ahead and use a wet towel to wet your feet first before use, and that's it. Okay. All right. So just remember that after all, it's an electronic device, right? It's afraid of water, so don't get any water spilled more inside the unit. They really cause damages to the unit, to the product. Okay. And then one more thing here. Let me turn it off here. You should pay attention to the way you plug in the and remove the AC adapter. Okay. Make sure that when you're removing it, you don't want to do this and pull like this and pull it out just like that, which is never a good idea. Okay. Want to make sure that you do this here, and then kind of like you see my fingertips like this. You push it out with the middle finger here. You see that? Like that. That is gonna help the connector here stay in place. Okay. If you do this just like that, over time you're gonna damage this part, the connector. Okay, which is not a good idea. So make sure that you do this. A little bit of good habit of using this one will keep it in good shape and last you a long time. Okay, and so that's pretty much some basic tips, basic programming tips for you, and to clean this unit and things to avoid, right? So that's pretty much it. It's actually a very simple but effective product. I like it very, very much. And of course, if you would like to get a little more information on how to use the ERE, you can go to our YouTube channel. We do have a video which I made about like a few months back. I don't remember exactly when, but it's on our YouTube channel. So you go to YouTube and then you type and search for HTE Americas. HTE space Americas. And then that will get you to our YouTube channel. And then you just go ahead and get inside the channel and just click for videos and look for using advanced ERE. I did a pretty thorough introduction on how to use the advanced ERE. Okay. All right. So yeah, that video is available. So check it out. It's pretty good. So yeah, before I let you go, I would like to remind you that we have holiday sales, right, for the month of November and December. So we have free shippings on the machines. So meaning free shippings on the Qi machine, ERE, advanced ERE, E-Power, and the ceramic heater, and also, of course, the soaky bed as well. So they all come with free shipping, okay? And of course, mix and match deals, also free shipping too, all right? So do take advantage of them. And one more thing, for the holiday, because we know that winter is coming, right? So that's why we have the fur pads available for special promotions on fur pads, the 2-pack promotions. So 2 advanced ERE, two regular size fur pad for $290, I believe, right, Ron? Yeah, $290. Okay, and also we have like a 2-pack Grande, as you can see over here. 2 Grande fur pad as well, and these are going for $480, right, for 2, right? So for those of you who have always been wondering how much bigger the Grande fur pad is, this is exactly how much bigger it is. So you can bring the camera a little closer. Difference. The regular size. This is the regular size fur pad. And this is the Grande. So you can see it's a good 40% bigger, I would say, at least 40%. Okay, and this is like especially the Grande. It's really designed for the soak to work with the soaky bed, right? Perfect fit. Okay, all right. So one last thing here for tonight's special offer, a flash sale. 3 days only, of course. We are offering advanced ERE at $175, free shipping too. Okay, so this is a good deal. So if you're interested in getting one, make sure you place your order from tomorrow, of course, right? And then Monday we can still take in some orders if you call. So we have a 3-day flash sales on the advanced ERE. So it's a good deal, only $375, okay? But the price is only good for 3 days. So don't forget to leave your ID number in the comment section, all right? So, if you leave your ID number in the comment section, then, you're eligible for our lucky draw, okay? And lucky draw, the price of lucky draw is a regular size fur pad, all right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time, okay? Have a good night.